Are you ready for Christmas? Are you ready for Christmas? Are you ready for Christmas? Are you? I have to say, when I hear all that, I cringe a bit, because often what people want to know about is, have I got my tree up? Have you got your decorations up? Have you sent your cards? Have you bought your presents? Who's coming for dinner? Have you bought the turkey? What are the queues like at Morrison's? And then they start saying, well, I'll be glad when it's all over. Now, I like a celebration, and there are bits of Christmas that I love, but I do find it all a bit depressing as well. It seems like the most important bit is being left out. I'm not saying I'd like to ban Christmas, although there is a precedent for that. In 1644, the Puritan government of Oliver Cromwell banned Christmas. That lasted for 20 years. Cromwell and his government saw that the celebrations of Christmas, which were just an arbitrary date in between two pagan festivals, were a distraction from the reality of Christ's incarnation. That's something they wanted people to celebrate every day, not just once a year, by getting drunk and feasting. The music you heard is one of my favourite pieces. It's from Handel's Messiah, and you hear it a lot at Christmas. The words are from Isaiah chapter 40. Now, in the previous 39 chapters, Isaiah has been prophesying about the destruction of Jerusalem and the punishment that God will exact on the Jews for their disobedience. They'll be taken away to captivity in Babylon for 70 years. But then in chapter 40, the mood changes and becomes one of hope.
A voice cries, "In the wilderness prepare the way of the Lord. Make straight in the desert a highway for our God. Every valley shall be lifted up, and every mountain and hill made low. The uneven ground shall be made level, and the rough places a plain. And the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together, for the mouth of the Lord has spoken."
Prepare the way of the Lord. The Jews will come back from exile. God will make a way through the desert for them. Jerusalem will be rebuilt. But that's only part of the message. Prepare the way of the Lord carries with it the message of the coming Messiah. The way to Jesus is being prepared, and on that day, the glory of the Lord will be revealed. And all flesh, in other words, everybody, will see the glory of the Lord. That is the promise of the Messiah. That is what we celebrate at Christmas. But let's celebrate it every day. You've probably heard that chorus from Handel's Messiah many times, but you won't have heard that version. There's a story behind it. For the past 12 years, I've helped to run a charity, and we teach people how to repair stringed instruments, like violins and cellos. In the past 12 years, I've been to Afghanistan, to Haiti, the Philippines, and this year, before lockdown, I went to Malawi. In all those countries, we were the first people ever to have taught those skills. The countries we go to are incredibly poor. In fact, 3 of those countries, Malawi, Haiti and Afghanistan, are in the poorest 16 countries out of the 200 or so countries in the world. We do it because it's well understood that when young people have access to music, their lives are enriched. They grow personally and they develop social skills and they do better at school. Their lives can be transformed. It's hard work, it's exhausting, and sometimes it's a bit scary, but very, very rewarding. One of the things I like most about being in a strange country is getting to know the local people. Singing is one of my passions. And so I asked my Malawian students if she could take me to her local church choir. After a bumpy ride in a rather tightly packed minibus, we turned up at the church. About 30 singers drifted in to the dimly lit basement room. These people were, by our standards, very poor, but by no means the poorest people in Malawi. Many were housekeepers and labourers and such. Some spoke English and we chatted a little, but I was a bit nervous, not wanting to embarrass myself or offend anyone. The leader made some announcements in the local language, and then suddenly I sat bolt upright as the room was filled with the most beautiful singing I've ever heard. There were no books, no written music, no instruments. Everything was learned by memory. Such incredible passion in such beautiful harmony. I was moved to tears. I thought, if this choir had been somewhere in the UK, people would be paying good money to hear them. But that's a world away from here. They were singing with a passion about their love for the Lord, and that was so evident. They were singing their faith freely, uninhibited, joyful. And that was deeply moving and a humbling experience. Sometimes God leads us somewhere new or strange or uncomfortable, where unexpectedly we get a glimpse of heaven. That's what it felt like. Here was I, the wealthy, educated Westerner, being ministered to by these humble, faithful people. Christmas will be different this year. There'll be people that we'll miss. There'll be things we can't do. But there are also new possibilities. A chance to rethink what's important. So I wish for all of us that the glory of the Lord will be revealed in each and every one of our lives this Christmas. But also that Christmas will last all year round. Are you ready for Christmas?
I'm gonna ride in the chariot in the morning, Lord. Ride the chariot in the morning, Lord. I'm getting ready for the judgment day, my Lord, my Lord. I'm gonna ride in the chariot in the morning, Lord. I'm gonna ride in the chariot in the morning, Lord. I'm getting ready for the judgment day, my Lord, my Lord. I'm ready to go.
Are you ready, my sister?
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. I'm waiting for the chariot 'cause I'm ready to go. I'm gonna ride the chariot in the morning, Lord. I'm gonna ride the chariot in the morning.